Hello everyone, welcome to the next session on 30 SQL Queries AI Challenge. What we are going to explore here is that how different AI tools are working on it. We started it on 19th of September, but we did not complete it. We just created 3 videos. Now what we are going to do is we are planning to take it forward and work on it. So very quickly, I'll just take you through what we are trying to do is we are trying to work along 30 SQL queries, and then we are trying to compare what output do we get from the results like from the tools like AI tools like Copilot, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Perplexity. And once we have checked on those things, we are trying to give them some grading. And according to the grading, what we are going to do is we are going to create a Power BI report at the end. So, welcome again to this session. And if you're new to my channel, do subscribe to it. And if you do like it, please leave some comments because I've not been receiving any comments from any one of you. And please share it with the people who are interested in learning SQL Server from scratch. And we'll also be talking about different tools which are most beneficial, which are the best ones among those 5 AI tools that we'll be looking forward for. Your rating and my rating can be different, but I'll be a bit liberal to give more rating to something which has been explained nicely. And at the same time, I'll try to explain you uh, what it actually means, and then we'll be comparing it. So today we'll be working or we'll be talking about the tools called, so we'll be working on what is AI, and that is what we are going to check on different AI tools. So these are the 5 tools that we are working on, and this is the Excel that we are creating. So I've given some ranking to them. So today we are going to ask this question, which is, I'll just drag it down as well. Um, okay, my fault. I'll just click on escape and try to rectify what is happening here. I'll just write down from E to end of the if, and let's see if we can get some answers on this. Some ref NAs would be fine, but these are the things. So what I've done is just to give you an idea of the skills on Excel as well. Here I'll be writing down all the queries, and here I'll be fetching those queries on the basis of the query ID which I've written here. So sometime down the line we'll talk about that as well. But yeah, let's just focus first on these 3 tools first, and that is the question that we are going to ask, right? So the question that we are going to ask is, what is a table in SQL Server? So here we are, and we are going to put in the chat GPT. First of all, I'll take you back to that particular thing that we were working on, which is AI tool comparison, where I'm putting all the queries. Where is the, yeah, working with 30 SQL queries. That's the one. Sorry for the bit update. Or was this the one? AI tool comparison. No, I think this is the SQL challenge that we were talking about. So database in SQL Server, this is where we are going to work on. So let's just put in the first question that we have, that question that we will be asking. What is a table in SQL Server? So we'll wait till the time it gives us the response, and at the same time, what are we going to do is we'll put that same question in Claude and Perplexity as well for today. So let's come back, and that's the Perplexity, and I've put in the same. Be putting the same query there, and then that's the Claude, and I'm following the same topic on there, and then I'll click on what it is. So let's come back to the chat GPT and check what it is saying. A table in the SQL Server is like spreadsheet inside your database. It stores data in the rows and columns. So exactly, that's how it is. So let's keep it simple. A table is where the actual data lives in SQL Server. So each row represents one record, like one student, one employee, or one scale. And each column represents a field or an attribute like name, age, salary, date. In the example, what they are trying to show is that you can see there are two things that they are talking about. They're talking about the database called SchoolDB, which we had created earlier in the previous videos. And then inside that, we are creating a student table. So that is how we can have the tabular format. So at the moment, I'm not going in the queries. Query would be coming in the next part, but they have given us the query as well, that you need to give the student name, the columns, and the data types, and then you need to also give that whether you want to keep it as any kind of a key, which is primary key or secondary key. And this command tells the SQL Server to make a table named student, and that can hold students details. So that is where we have the syntax for the create table as well. So in short, a table in SQL Server is a structured storage area inside a database that holds data in a grid of rows and columns, just like the Excel sheet, but more powerful and secure. Would you? It's also asking a question. Would you like me to insert data into the table next? We will not go into that. What are we going to do is we are going to copy it and we are going to paste it here in the output of the query. So once I've placed in, I've gone through all of it, right? Just to do the formatting so that it remains handy and it doesn't go out. I'll keep it like this, but I'm happy with the definition and the explanation. So I'm going to give 5 for both of them. Now the next is where we are talking about the cloth. So let's go to the cloth and check. A table in the SQL Server is the fundamental structure where actual data is stored. Think of it as a spreadsheet within your database. Now, key characteristics that it is talking about is the structure. Table organizes data in rows and columns. That's fine. Columns are called fields as well. That's what they have mentioned, which is good. Define what type of information you're storing: name, age, email. Rows is where we are talking about the record. Each row is one complete entry of data, one person, one product, or an order. So any of those things can it be. It can be either information about a customer or a person, a product, or an order as well. That's what it is saying. Now it is giving you a simple example. So you can see that it has customer ID in the column name or the field, first name, last name, email address, city, and you have three records there and three rows, so three records. It further goes down and it tells you about the data types, which is good because it's talking about the data type for numbers you use int, for varchar you use for text. If it is dates, you're using dates, and if it is money and price, you're using decimal. And then it is also talking about the constraints. And why table matters: they keep data organized, consistent. Multiple tables can be related. Customer table links to other table. You can query them to find, filter, and analysis your data. They enforce data integrity and prevents error. A database typically has many tables, examples storing different type of information that work together. I think it's more or less I like about the definition that has been given here as well. I don't find anywhere that I can remove any marks or any point to be given there. But just wanted to check one thing. I was looking at the right one. This is cloth, so I'll just put in 5 there as well. Now the next one is where we are talking about seeing in the perplexity. So let's go into the perplexity and then check it out. In this, they are saying the table in SQL Server is a database object that stores all the data inside the database organized in rows and columns, much like spreadsheet. Each row in a table represents a single record, such as customer or an order, and each customer represents a specific data field for those records like name, phone number, or date. Key features: tables are used to logically organize and store data in a structured way so information is easy to manage and retrieve. Each table can have many columns, fields, and many rows records, with each column having a predefined or defined data type such as integer, text, date. And then table also allows you to constrain like primary to ensure each row is unique, index to speed up searches. In summary, a table acts as a container to hold a range hold and arrange your business or application information effectively in SQL Server. So if I see this, this is giving me a good definition, but it is just the definition. It's not gone into any details. So as compared to the other ones, if I just compare Perplexity with the records that I've received from Claude and from ChatGPT, I like to give, okay, sorry. I would like to reduce some score there because with what I'm seeing there, it is lacking something in the definition as well, right? I hope I just want to check one thing that I've asked the same question from everywhere. Yeah, what is table in SQL Server? So I was expecting some more explanation on the data types, although I did not ask it, but it would have been good with the way that it has been given in Claude. So I will like to give it like something as in the definition, 444, both of them. My main focus will not be on these things, but I'm just giving them the scores as per me randomly as well. My major focus would be on whether the SQL queries that has been returned by the system by the AI tools are getting executed or not. If they're executing, I will not be putting anything there. The only thing is I'm putting these numbers as to find out that which is better, which is not better, as it's compared to when we are working with the SQL server. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that if you are checking on the things that I will be doing forward, right? Like if you want to follow me and you like what I'm trying to do, you can share it with the other people as well, and I'll be grateful for that. But if I get 50 likes from you guys, or might be 50 comments stating that yes, just say yes. And what we are going to do is we are going to make this live every day in a specified hours. If you would be available, I'll be glad if you can join it. But this is what I'm going to do. So there are three things here. For the freshers, I'm working on the SQL server. So people who are working in the SQL server for the first time, they can see everything happening right from creating database, then going into creating the tables, and then we will be moving forward in writing down the queries as well. And that is how this would be planned. The second thing is if you want to learn how Power BI works with uh, SQL Server as well, we'll be seeing that as well. So in my previous videos, if you see, I've executed the query and I've created databases from each of those uh, AI tools, and that's where I'll be adding tables as well. So in some of the videos, you might see it we are moving very slow, but in the later ones, we'll be moving quickly, and then we'll be working on the other things as well. Having said that, this is what we have created, and then the third phase that we'll have is working on Power BI, getting the data and showing it to you in different controls, different ways. So that we are going to do very soon as well once we complete this. So if you are planning to learn SQL Server and also learn about Power BI, just keep following me on this particular uh, playlist and these particular videos. So you can click on the bell icon as well. So if anything new comes up, you are the first one to get notification. So with that, me, DivK Learner, is signing off for today. So thanks for your time and really admire your learning. So keep on churning and keep on learning. Thanks everyone. Good day. Bye bye.